You take care of getting the lands. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make me your competition, de Richet. You are no match.
Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
Dear friends, I'd like to thank you for your continued trust and confidence. I admit that during these past few days, there has been much upheaval. I understand you have all been affected by this. Nevertheless, the world doesn't stop turning, and we are in fact on the verge of reshaping the modern world.
That is what we are all here for, my lord.
Thank you for your enthusiasm, Monsieur Bonaparte. Now you all know what we have to do. I cannot warn you strongly enough. If one of Sir Gregory's guests asks to speak with you, remain on your guard. It is highly likely that he will try to rally as many supporters to his cause as he can.
Don't worry, William. We are all here to support your project through to its conclusion.
Thank you, George. Now, please, go and get some rest before the conference begins, which won't be long now. Louis, stay with me a moment, won't you? I'll be needing your services in a certain matter.
Yes, of course. What's the matter?
Louis, you are the only one here who I totally trust. It is very likely that Gregory will take possession of some of the members of our team. I shall keep them in check over the next few hours. However, I'll need you to... how can I say this? To persuade the members of Gregory's group.
What do you mean by that exactly?
You'll have free rein, my son. Persuade all of them. Use every possible means imaginable. But no physical violence. Let's be very, very clear about that. You must bring them all over to our side. One after the other. You can do this. I know it.
Very well, Father.
Now go, and come back and see me once you've finished.
I'll be off then. Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve. Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. Which four-letter word could open this chest? Why is this study in such a mess? Looks like Volner's planning something. Look, a blotter. And apparently it's been used recently. I wonder what Volner was going to write. It's smudged. It's not all legible. I can make out the signature though, and leave as if planned What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol. A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart. Chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner. I should find something to help reveal the traces of ink on the blotter. Mother taught me a thing or two on the subject, and this name reminds me of something. Let's just see how good my memory is. Damn! It's diluted the ink. Now it's illegible. Right. It's not my lucky day. Amber. The alchemist is an old man. Your Eminence, would you have a moment?
I shouldn't really, Louis, as you can imagine.
Rest assured, I've come just as a friend.
All right then, Louis. But be quick.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
It's got nothing to do with it, but... You didn't come and see me in my room a few hours ago, did you?
Does he remember anything? Oh no. No, I'm sorry. You must be mistaken. I've been speaking to Lord Mortimer in his study.
I must have dreamed it then. It seems so real.
Don't blame yourself, Your Eminence. We're all exhausted. I can assure you of that.
That's very kind of you, Louis. I don't know what's wrong with me at the moment, but I feel rather fragile.
Poor man seems terrified. It'd be a good idea if I reassured him a little before trying to get him to change sides.
Oh, what did you want from me exactly?
Your Eminence, don't worry over such small matters. God sees you and knows the value of his servants.
Thank you, my son.
You've worked all your life to spread the good word. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'm sure you'll find the answer to your dreams. God is with you, and he will show you what you need to know.
You are right, Louis. Thank you for your kind words. Please excuse me, Louis, if I've wasted your time. You came to see me about the conference, I imagine. And here I go rambling on about I don't know what nonsense.
No need to apologize, Your Eminence. Think nothing of it.
What did you want to speak to me about?
Right. It's now or never to get him to change his mind. I must admit that opposing you pains... And it pains Lord Mortimer a great deal as well.
I can well imagine. You should know that I am not happy about it either.
He's an upright man who, like yourself, spends his time helping others and doing good around him. But you know that better than I do.
I owe him a lot, you know.
Your Eminence, if you feel you owe him something, let me tell you it's not too late to show it.
It's thanks to him that I took the Holy Orders. We met when I was very young, here, on this island. After our encounter, I had the firm conviction that my duty was to take the Holy Orders. To tell you the truth, I owe him everything.
Have you ever thanked him for it?
Never. You must find me ungrateful.
I would never dare, Your Eminence.
You came to persuade me to join him, didn't you?
I don't have that power, but I do sincerely believe that Lord Mortimer serves a righteous cause.
You are an angel who brings peace to the soul, my son.
Listen to your heart, Your Eminence.
You are right. To hell with all this political manipulation. Yes, I must listen to my conscience.
Yes, listen to that little voice in your head. What does it say?
Yes, Louis. I will vote for William's project. I will follow you.
I'm sure it will mean a great deal to Lord Mortimer, Your Eminence.
Once again, thank you, my son. Please leave me now. I must pray.
Of course, Your Eminence. I'll be on my way now. Duke Manuel,
De Richet.
I'm delighted to see you're standing by Lord Mortimer.
One cannot say that the situation is altogether reassuring, but I must admit, he does know what he's doing. Something tells me I've made the right choice. So, to thank you for persuading me to join you, what would you say to a nice piece of amber? I am given to understand that you collect it?
Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't mention it to Issa. It is the least I can do. Good. See you at the vote.
I'll see you later then. Right. Godoy is on board.
Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. You have to think about that one.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it. Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men. A Chinese coin. Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. I need to talk to von Wohner. Blast it. Holm is with him. Gentlemen.
Louis! I'm sorry, but we're waiting for Duke Manuel. If you wouldn't mind leaving us, I should think you already have enough to do as it is.
Very well. I didn't mean to disturb you. They're waiting for Duke Manuel. No doubt to make him change sides. All right. If they want him, then they'll get him. Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any. What is... Yes! Yes! At last I found it! Al-Azif! Well, you gotta admit, you did give us a run for our money. Huh? What? A page has been torn out. Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special. This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. Decorum guide.
So, go and take care of your mission, and come back and see me once you've accomplished it, Louis.
Devil's Thorn. Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. Emily?
Come in, Louis.
You're not alone.
I've inherited one of Mortimer's personal guards, because he's worried about my health. But don't worry, we can talk. All the servants dressed in black are deaf and dumb. You wanted to speak to me.
Yes.
I know you told me the truth about Mortimer and Holm. I know they are demons.
That's not all.
Go on.
I'm like them, Emily. I'm also a demon.
I know.
What? How do you know?
Sir Gregory came to speak to me earlier, at great length. I'm his niece, Louis. I'm Mortimer's child, too.
You're my sister?
Surprise!
But I have a sister?
That's right. And I have a brother.
I didn't see that one coming. And did you manage to speak to Mortimer?
One moment. I'd rather continue our discussion away from any curious eyes. Follow me next door, please. You wanted to know if we spoke? Well, let's just say he didn't stick around long, but yes, I can definitely say we spoke.
Do you want to talk about it?
He urged me to change sides and join him.
Huh. That's not what I was expecting.
Yes, you can't say Father allowed himself to get sentimental.
And, well, how are you? Did you take it all right?
To be honest, I don't know. I feel like I've lost all my bearings.
And what about me then?
Do you trust him?
I don't know. It's hard to say. He's our father. He has started to initiate me, and he's been pretty fair so far. Now that said, you can't say he's gone about gaining my trust in the best possible way. What about you? What do you think of him?
Honestly, I no longer know who to believe. The only one I really trust is you, so I shall follow you this time.
So, I can count on you for the conference vote then, right?
You can. I shall support Mortimer's project.
Perfect. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. See you later for the vote.
Yes, see you later.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. P.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
He'll only see Godoy, but what on earth does he want from him? He'll only see Godoy, but what on earth does he want from him? A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia. A ruble. Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris, and there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Yes, monsieur. Is there something you wanted to add?
Concentrate. I need you to listen carefully to what I have to say, Godoy.
I am all ears.
Push. I need you to do me a little favor. It's working, that's it, Louis. Get in his head.
Oh, dear. What is happening to me? I do not feel very well.
I need your help, sir. Get in his head. Oh, perfect.
Thank you, monsieur. I'm sure I'll know how to take full advantage of your vessel, now that I am unwell.
Duke Manuel, here you are at last.
Sir Gregory, Mr. von Wollner.
Thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I shan't beat about the bush, my friend. I was very disappointed by your behavior. I had thought you more loyal. Consequently, my affection for you leads me to ask you to reconsider one last time.
I've already reconsidered it, Sir Gregory. I shall be loyal to you when it comes to the vote. Have no doubt about it.
Excellent news indeed, my friend. Did you hear, Johann?
Yes, and it comes at a most timely moment. I anticipate an overwhelming victory.
It goes without saying to keep it to yourself. I would like to give William a nice surprise.
Whatever you say.
I'll leave you with Johann a while. I still have a few things to settle. I shan't be long.
See you later, Sir Gregory.
Oh, Godoy. Come over here. I'm warming myself up. I had the misfortune to step outside and I'm frozen solid.
I wonder what he was doing outside. Something to do with what Holm asked him for, maybe.
Mr. von Wollner, I wanted to speak to you. I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse.
I'm all ears.
Now, we don't have much time, so here it is. You will vote for Mortimer.
What a strange idea, Godoy. You are being ridiculous. Tell me now, why would I do that?
Louisiana is Spanish. Consequently, I am best placed to know what to do with it. It's turning into a personal stake between Gregory and William. Honestly, would you like it if someone told you what to do with Royal Prussia and Greater Poland?
Well, it depends.
No, don't try smoothing things over. You are a statesman. You know what I mean. Today, Spain is weighed down by Louisiana, a source of epidemics, insurrections. It prevents us from concentrating on exploiting the wealth in the Western Territories. And I have to let Gregory decide?
I understand your point of view. But as far as I'm concerned, I would rather be honest. You are wasting your time, Duke Manuel. You know nothing about me, and your attempts to manipulate me have no effect. You behave as though we were close. Yet ever since you arrived, you've only been interested in your own little self.
Don't say that, Johann. We may not be friends, but we are allies.
Is that so? And what do you know about me, exactly? If he knew I was Gregory's son, he wouldn't try it on like this. If he knew I was Gregory's son, he wouldn't try it on like this.
About you? Next to nothing. Except that you happen to be Sir Gregory Holmes' son, right?
What do you mean? But,
Now I'm starting to be of interest to you, no?
I've never spoken to anyone about that.
Quite surprising, isn't it? You see, I'm full of surprises. In short, whether he's your father or not makes no real difference to me.
Speak for yourself.
Come on, Johan. Don't make me laugh. He has never thought of you as his son. I'd wager that you'd always hoped he would one day, even though he treated you like a master treats a useful slave. He is at best a mentor. Stop me if I'm wrong.
But, tell me, why do you want to follow Mortimer all of a sudden?
Mortimer is planning something. We don't know everything. He must have something up his sleeve to be so confident.
Ah, really? And what do you think? How the devil did he find out that I'm Holmes' son?
I've heard things.
What are you talking about?
It would seem that Lord Mortimer has Sir Gregory under his thumb. He has something on him that frightens him.
What on earth are you talking about?
I'm not sure, but I'm convinced that Holm won't go through with total opposition. And in the end, he will do whatever Lord Mortimer tells him to. All of this is just a facade, so he doesn't lose face. Holm is like a cornered rat.
Listen, I haven't the foggiest what you are spouting on about, but Sir Gregory has never been afraid. I don't know what you're playing at, Godoy, but this isn't the kind of argument that's going to make me follow you. Look, I hear everything you're saying, but there is no chance that Mortimer can make us all change sides. That is why Sir Gregory can but win. You understand?
Think again. It's already too late.
I'm getting a bad feeling.
We have all joined Lord Mortimer. That leaves only you and...
And that will suffice for us to win the conference. I see you coming, Manuel. That is no argument. I am no damn lackey. Now you're going to listen to me, you filthy traitor. Not only do I count on voting for Holm, but once we've won the conference, it will give me great pleasure to track down all those who betrayed him and make them wish they'd never been born. Now, is that clear?
Perfectly. But I did warn you.
That's right. Now, get out of here.
Good luck.
Damn it. That's not going to please Mortimer. Good. I mustn't lose too much time. See you later, my Lord Duke. Have a nice rest.
Louis, there you are. Well, tell me, how did it go?
I did my best.
Whom did you manage to persuade?
You can count on Cardinal Piaggi.
Ah, perfect. I had a feeling old Giuseppe would be able to follow me.
You can count on Duke Manuel's vote.
Now I am impressed. I would never have thought the Duke would have yielded. I see you must have been very persuasive.
The Duchess will follow us.
She will? Marvelous. Listen, Louis. Congratulations for what you've just accomplished. It's not perfect, but it's still quite a feat.
But not enough, given that the vote must be approved unanimously. We're going to lose.
Don't worry. I couldn't have been any more persuasive myself. You've done the hardest part. I'll take over now. Don't worry. Assemble everyone in the conference room. Meet me there and let's get it over with. My friends, here we are at last, gathered together to close this conference. I would first of all like to thank you all for making the time to be here and lend your services. Gregory, I believe I may speak for both of us when I say that we are honored by your presence here.
You are perfectly right to do so, William. Thank you for putting your faith in us and for coming here to participate in this conference. Thank you for helping us to make the best decisions. And I especially want to thank you, William, for perfectly hosting us at your home during these past several days.
I'm not sure all the guests would agree to that. In any case, Holm doesn't seem to be himself.
Good. I think we can begin. You will vote in turn on the question that interests us today. Are you for or against the transfer of ownership of Louisiana from Spain to France? Monsieur de Richet?
I vote for.
Duchess Hillsborough?
For.
Duke Manuel?
For.
Your Eminence?
For. But
Gregory, please. Monsieur Napoleon?
For.
Mr. von Volner?
Against!
President Washington?
For.
The votes are now cast. So you were not won over by my project. That hurts.
I warned you. You didn't want to listen to me.
Never mind. It will still come to pass.
Traitor! What have you done? You are obliged to respect your word. That is the rule.
The time of conferences is over, dear brother. Let us abandon all this charade.
You don't have the right. What have you done to me?
What have I done? Nothing, Gregory. You did it yourself. A word of advice. In the future, that is, if you have one, don't drink someone else's cup of tea without checking what's in it.
Father, what happened?
Sir Gregory, what's the matter? William, what have you done?
Not now.
You are mad, William. Father will punish you for this.
He will probably try, unless I get to him first.
But I cannot die.
No, you cannot die. You are, however, losing all sense of reason, as well as all your special abilities.
What did I drink?
Can't you guess? There are but few things that can have such an effect on such as we. You would know that if you ever ventured even a little way off of Father's beaten track.
Revenge!
Oh, no, my dear Gregory. You will not be taking any revenge. You will die stupidly, alone, enclosed in that rather withered body.
Help me!
After several centuries of near absolute power, here you find yourself on your hands and knees, hoping in vain that someone is going to help you. Tell me, what does that feel like? Never happened to me. Can't be good. You cannot leave your body, you cannot project yourself elsewhere, you cannot even contact Father. Go ahead, try. But you are my brother, so I ask you to remember that all this is your own fault. And I want you to understand I get absolutely no pleasure out of it. Well, very little.
You swine!
A new order is born today, brother. Enough of Father's hegemony. After all these years of servitude, I can finally stand up and oppose it. You chose to serve him, whatever his excesses. Now it's up to you to face the consequences of that choice.
Matt, I am stronger than you!
What? But... What on earth is happening? Am I dreaming or...
Louis, it's me, Gregory. Listen, we don't have much time.
But where are we?
Louis, I brought us here. You must act swiftly. I can't hold out for long. William has poisoned me. He must have used the blood of a former demon. I am no longer able to enter the body of someone else. The poison is gnawing away at me from the inside. I'm going to die, Louis.
But where are we?
In the ether. What you see is not real. It's only a mental projection created by my spirit. I'm occupying William's spirit at the moment, but I'm not going to be able to keep it up forever. Join me, Louis. Otherwise, all will be lost.
Yes. Yes, I'll join you.
Find a way. Hurry!
I must find them quickly.
History will remember me, and the sacrifices I made.
I deserve a great destiny, and I will let nothing, nor no one, stand in the way of my dream.
Beneath your compassion, we take refuge, O Mother of God.
Good God, I can't even move. But Louis can. What's happening?
Dear God, if I lose the war against France, I will be doomed.
I sense that something is happening, but I could no longer move.
What am I doing here now? Nothing seems real.
You're nothing but a coward.
What a bunch of amateurs you are. Please, keep calm.
What on earth is going on here? I don't understand a thing.
Louis, don't waste any time. Appease them. My thoughts are becoming confused. Help me. Be quick.
Yes, not a minute to lose.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Al-Azif back from him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other.
I can count on my father and my son to defend me. Yes. But will they make it in time?
God damn it. I don't understand a thing. I'm doomed.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
He wants to isolate me again.
I won't let him attack his brother.
I have to protect my sister. Help me, Louis.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Whatever happens, I trust him, and only him. I must take the book back to him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other.
I have to protect my sister. Help me, Louis.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Al-Azif back from him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other.
wants to isolate me again.
I need to keep an eye on them. Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
God damn it. I don't understand a thing. I'm doomed.
He wants to isolate me again.
I can count on my father and my son to defend me. Yes. But will they make it in time?
I won't let him attack his brother.
Whatever happens, I trust him, and only him. I must take the book back to him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other. Looks like I've succeeded. They've all disappeared.
Louis, it's worked. But don't waste any time.
Yes, I'm coming! At least as soon as I found the exit. What? What are you doing here?
You? It wasn't enough for you to let me be killed. You had to come here and stop babbling away at me. Fool, you couldn't have stopped her from shooting, could you?
I'm sorry, Emmett. It all happened too fast. I didn't believe for an instant that Emily would shoot.
Of course, how could poor Emily ever have a wicked thought? No, she's so sweet and innocent. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth.
I couldn't guess she would shoot.
Louis, we have no time to lose. Help me, please.
What on earth is she talking about? Come on, you're dead.
No. There's got to be a solution. I am made of the same stuff as you. I already survived a gunshot at point-blank range. I will survive this. Help me. I'll go mad if I stay here any longer. I must have been here several months. I stopped counting from... Hang on. What are you doing here? Are you dead?
Look, never mind. Don't take this the wrong way, but it would take too long to explain it all.
But you can move about, can't you?
I'm not dead, Emma.
So you should be able to help me.
Maybe. Don't count on it.
What?
You deserve what's coming to you, Emma, so don't count on me helping you.
No, Louis, you...
Farewell.
Louis! No! Don't leave me! Louis! Filthy scum! I'll kill you! I'll get out of here!
There?
I'll come looking!
I can hear you. I know you were there.
Help me! Help! Can anyone hear me? It's not fair! I don't deserve this!
I must be quick.
My memories. I'm losing my sense of... Louis? Are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Pick up the thread of my thoughts, Louis. Of my memories. Make haste! He's coming! So much effort, so much wasted time.
Analysis is correct, but there's no link to what interests me here.
France, so much effort, so much wasted time. From Charles Martel to the wars of religion, I simply did not consider Protestantism to be a real threat, and that was my greatest mistake. My faith in Father and the Catholic Church that he administered made me blind. I can see that now. I lost France through 100 years of war. France, so much effort. So much.
That's not the right direction. I must concentrate on the important memories, the ones that let home into this situation. previous conference? That's when Mortimer started putting his plan into action. That's how this whole thing began.
It was a trap right from the start. At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring the Hillsborough sisters here. He knew it. He knew it. He already knew they were his daughters. At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is
the
the first event that brought home here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
I recalled Sparta. I recalled Sparta, of my exchanges back then with my brother. I did everything in my power to avoid the Peloponnesian War, but he wouldn't listen. He always wanted more. Father wasn't gentle with William back then, shutting him in the body of Pericles for 8 years, and reducing Athens and its cursed democracy to its knees. I recalled Sparta, of my exchanges back then with my brother.
I'm losing focus. Come on, Louis, concentrate, concentrate.
And when Elizabeth disappeared,
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
And when Elizabeth disappeared, No, it's not possible. I couldn't have missed that. Not me. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word.
This memory is important, but it's as if there's something missing. There must be an order to this.
Louis. He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing.
So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer has been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had.
He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we usually take months to give to our children, and Louis is only trying his best to get by. He doesn't realize he's being led to the slaughter. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we...
What have I missed?
I recalled Sparta. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference, supposedly to find her sister, whereas Emma hadn't even disappeared yet. The poor wretch was shot as her sister was setting foot on the island. I should have understood that earlier. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference.
No, not yet.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He knew I would drink it. The rascal knows me better than I do myself. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
I should come back to this later.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? Louis de Richet, his son. He brings his 4 children together, and even then I didn't react. Louis, come to me.
Who's there?
Elizabeth? But I saw your body. You're dead.
Gregory? No. No, you are not Gregory. Something's not right. Gregory, you are in danger.
Elizabeth, what's the matter?
Who are you?
There's no point in getting rough. If you have a question, just ask me.
Empty words. You refuse to tell me who you are, but I will find you out. No one can escape me. What's happening here? My son is in danger. Talk.
Let's see what he thinks.
Ah, yes. That is good. Come, open up. Louis Morat de Richet, son of William Mortimer. Now I see you.
Damn it! I can feel it entering inside me. I shouldn't have.
William, you dirty traitor. No. No. Gregory, you have no right, William. You are violating the rules. My rules.
I can't break the link. Get out of my mind!
William should have taught you not to try to read just anyone's mind.
Resist, Louis!
It's pointless.
Father! Help me!
Louis, what's happening?
Father!
William.
I can't feel you anymore.
William, you dirty traitor. What did you do to Gregory?
No, not now. No! Louis, get out of here! Get out!
Get out of here, Louis! Oh, holy shit! What am I doing? I should have been more careful. Mortimer warned me about this.
I must speak to you. Come to me. And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
There's something missing.
And the cherry on the cake. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
I should come back to this later.
He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference.
No, not yet.
Ah, Charles.
He's talking about Charles-François d'Angennes and Françoise d'Aubigné. They were contemporaries of Louis XIV. This has nothing to do with what brought Holm here. I had to look somewhere else. He's talking about Charles-François d'Angennes and Françoise d'Aubigné. They were contemporaries of Louis XIV. This has nothing to do with what brought Holm here. I had to look somewhere else.
Ah, Charles-François. What an adventure.
I'm getting carried away here.
Dear Countess Dunostar, what a pity you disappointed. Dear Countess Dunostar, what a pity you disappointed.
No, not that way. I'm losing the thread here.
Dear Countess Dunostar, what a pity. France, so much.
Analysis is correct, but there's no link to what interests me here.
France, so much effort, so much.
That's not the right direction.
I recall Sparta. And when
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word.
I must have missed a memory.
He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing.
So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer's been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had.
Be quick! I recall Sparta. I recall Sparta of my exchanges back then with my brother.
I'm losing focus. Come on, Louis, concentrate, concentrate. Previous conference, that's when Mortimer started putting his plan into action. That's how this whole thing began.
At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is the first event that brought Holm here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
recalled Sparta, and when Elizabeth...
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word.
I must have missed a memory.
I didn't want to believe it. He feeds Louis. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we...
What have I missed?
I recalled Sparta. France, so much effort. France, so much effort. So much.
That's not the right direction.
It was a trap. At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is the first event that brought Holm here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
France, so much effort. I can't hold out. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference, supposedly to find her sister, whereas Emma hadn't even disappeared yet. The poor wretch was shot as her sister was setting foot on the island. I should have understood that earlier. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference, supposedly to find
I'm on the
her
right track here.
whereas... He broke the rules! And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
I'm getting closer to him.
Louis. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
I should come back to this later.
He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference. Ah, Charles Francois. What an adventure. Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity you disappointed me. Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity. Ah, Charles Francois, what an adventure. I recall Sparta. He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing. His children are gathered together? Yes, here. I recalled Sparta. I must speak to you. Ah, Charles Francois. What an adventure.
He's talking about Charles Francois d'Angennes and Françoise d'Aubigné. They were contemporaries of Louis XIV. This has nothing to do with what brought Holm here. I had to look somewhere else.
Ah, Charles Francois. What an adventure. It was so easy for me to sell your title of Marquis de Maintenon to Françoise d'Aubigné and to sail for the Caribbean islands. One of my greatest successes. With one stroke, I placed myself right next to the King of France, with a mistress under my orders. And I was able to impose my law over the seas of the triangular trade.
Anyhow, I should try to concentrate on his voice.
Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity you disappointed me. Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity you disappointed me. Managed to swindle Lafayette for the damage he did to the Western monarchies. So full of remorse once it was done, I don't really regret making you steal the necklace and end up in a convent. Come to me. Ah, Charles Francois. What? Ah, Charles Francois. What an adventure.
I'm getting carried away here.
And the cherry on the cake, and the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
I should come back to this later.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
I'm getting closer to him.
And the cherry on the cake, and the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
I should come back to this later.
He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference. His children are gathered together? Yes, France. Here. So much effort, so much wasted time. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. And when Elizabeth disappeared, he feeds Louis. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we usually
end here.
Sparta. He broke the rules. He's coming! I must speak to you. Louis. I didn't want to believe it. Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity you disappointed me. Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity you disappointed me. Ah, Charles Francois, what an adventure. cherry on the cake is I... And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He trapped me. He poisoned me to stop me from being able to leave this body. He cut off all communication with Father and brought his children here. How could I not have seen it earlier? He's going to absorb me. The traitor! No one can stop him now. Hurry, Louis. I absolutely must see you before it's too late. If you have managed to follow my thoughts, come to me. Quickly! Louis, hurry! He's coming!
What's happening?
I can sense him. He's here. He's trying to get inside me, Louis. William has completely lost his mind. He's getting ready to pull out all the stops. He's going to devour my mind, Louis. I'm not going to be able to stop him.
Louis, you are here. I sense your presence.
What? But he can't even see me.
Congratulations, my son. You have succeeded in joining us.
Louis, don't let him draw you in there. You are signing your death warrant if you decide to follow him. I won't be there to protect you.
It's over, my son. We have won. A new order can be born.
Louis, I'm so weak. I can feel him entering. I can no longer keep him out. He's coming. You can still do something, Louis. Don't let him get away with all this so easily. I implore you.
I'm sorry, Uncle, but I've decided to follow Father.
But how can you trust him?
He's my father, and there's so much he has to show me. I'm not responsible for what happened to you. That's your business, the two of you.
You are just as mad as he is, Louis. You'll end up just like him.
It's over, brother. Don't fight it.
You will be punished for this.
Perhaps, but you won't be there to see it, will you?
You will be punished!
Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
Gregory?
We won, Louis. It's over.
He's dead?
Definitively. Now the way is clear. At any rate, rejoice. Great things await us.
What did you do to him?
I devoured his soul.
But I didn't see you use the Holy Lance.
Indeed not. I didn't need to. Can't you guess how I did it? The Lance of Longinus is just a vessel, Louis. It could have been any object that had the blood of Christ on it. The blood of an ancient, more precisely. But I didn't need the blood of an ancient. You see, I have been in dear Lord Mortimer's physical body for longer than my brother has been in Sir Gregory Holmes. Therefore, I am an ancient, Louis.
He was your brother. Why did you kill him? He never meant you any harm.
Oh, Louis, I am exhausted. Let's talk about this later. In any case, what's done is done. I'm going to rest in the dining room. Join me there when you're ready. The time has come to end this little antisocial gathering.
I did well not to follow home, didn't I? Come on, let's get it over with and join Mortimer in the dining room. Right, now's the time to join Mortimer. I won't be able to go back after... Here we go.
Louis, I was expecting you.
Do you feel better?
Yes, don't worry, I'll be all right. I wanted to speak with you about what's going to happen next. But before we begin, I would like you to give me back the Holy Lance, please. Now that Gregory is gone, he won't be needing it anymore, and I prefer to put it back in its place.
I no longer have it. Didn't Monsieur Bonaparte give it back to you?
No. So, the rascal stole it from you, did he?
It's not something I'm proud to admit, but yes. He thought I was trying to rob you, and that it would compromise the conference.
How typical of him. This conference will have been one of the most eventful I've ever known.
I'll just have to take your word for it.
Before I get to why we're here, you must know that I've been watching you very closely over these past few days. I was impressed by your intervention to prevent Peru from killing himself. You remind me of myself when I was starting out. As for the door of my crypt, no one had ever found out how to open it before you. You succeeded in telling the Hillsborough twins apart. Even for me, that wasn't an easy thing to do at first. But the important thing is that you escaped the worst with Volner, because he could have killed you when you were in the guise of Piaggi.
Yes, it was a bit touch and go.
Which leads me to a chat about what I envisage for you now. You are the chosen one, Louis. The one I've been waiting for all this time.
Thank you,
We are going to be able to become one.
I don't quite follow you.
Be proud of yourself, son, for you are the one I have chosen to be my next mortal coil.
But what about me? Am I imagining things, or did he just tell me to my face that he's going to eat me?
Unfortunately, no, you won't survive the transfer. But I want you to know that I only select my bodies from my own children, and that you are the one who has impressed me most. It's far from being my first time, as you can imagine. I didn't think it was possible to find a more promising son than dear Augustus. You can be very proud of yourself.
Wait a second, hang on. Do you realize what you're saying? Are you insane?
Oh, come, my son. Let's not end everything on a bad note, please.
Son of a bitch! He's not going to get away with this so easily. I must make him get closer to me.
Come now, don't complicate things.
Wait, I have something else you want.
Well, look at that. You found it. Decidedly, you are very resourceful, Louis. You impress me right up to the very last. For Al-Azif, I am willing to get closer. No! No, not now! You've ruined everything!
Like father, like son.
Von Wöhner tightened his political and spiritual grip on King Frederick William. On the death of the king in 1797, Johann retired with his wife to his country estate in order to continue his work on his theological and alchemical thesis. Manuel Godoy's close relationship with Napoleon enabled him to claim a part of Portugal, as well as the protection of France upon the fall of the kingdom. He died in the company of his beloved mistress Pepita after recovering all his titles and properties. Napoleon Bonaparte continued his political and military rise until his self-proclamation as emperor. His excessive ambition would cost the lives of 1,700,000 Frenchmen and leave France poorer and weaker than ever before. Deported and imprisoned by the British on St. Helena Island, he died on the 5th of May, 1821, as an exile to general indifference. During his second term, George Washington had to deal with a number of rebellions. He enraged public opinion by building close diplomatic links with Great Britain, which forced him to give up a third term in office. He retired to his country estate until his death, without being able to implement the annexation of the highly coveted Louisiana Territory. The Duchess, through her relationship with the Crown, made it possible for Great Britain to build closer links to the United States on both the diplomatic and the commercial fronts. She became inseparable from the Marchioness Cunningham, reputed for being the most influential mistress of King George IV of England, and whom she inducted into the Golden Order. Sarah de Richet never returned from her trip to the English Isles. Her disappearance spelled the end for the Golden Order, and was the object of gossip for just a few days at the court of France. On his return to Paris, Peyroux resigned from his posting as judge at the revolutionary courts. He withdrew to the south of France with his daughter until his death. Nothing more was ever heard of Lord Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was a topic of conversation in the European courts, but only for a few months.